Oh, microphone. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, good evening, good evening, good evening. Not sure how many people we're going to have on the stream for this one because this is very much unexpected, this race. Let me just move this camera because I've whacked it again. Let me just get this set up properly. Oh, I'll do for now. Yeah, a little bit unexpected, this one. Because I did the race this morning and I was not planning on doing another one, but it didn't quite go to plan earlier on, if I'm perfectly honest. And we got a horrendous penalty, 4-second penalty that I really didn't like, really annoyed me. And then I managed to get a penalty, rightly so, at the end. It was my own track limit penalty at the end, which then dropped me into the clutches of somebody that got the final corner wrong, and we connected and it sent me around and I was then way back. So what I'm going to do now is just pop out. I'm just going to do a little bit of free practice and we'll have another go at this one leading up to the lobby races later on. I don't for the life of me know how this is going to go, because now, of course, we're now into the situation where the kids are at home, whereas earlier on they were at school, and we're either going to have a good race or not such a good race. So this could go from bad to worse, or we might learn something from earlier on and see if we can get a better race. Which way this is going to go, I do not know. Are the marshals going to be on my side this time, or are they going to be against me again as they were early on today with a very questionable 4-second for running somebody off that I didn't even hit? And I've reviewed the replay quite a fair bit and there was definitely no contact. Whether it's netcode just caught me out or not, I don't know. We'll just have to see how things go. I haven't even got the stream set up for this evening yet. Should be able to enter the race in a moment. Evening, Ollie. Don't go over, don't go over. Okay, that's no good. Whew. Trigger, yes, I have taken some paracetamol to get me through this one. Thank you for the reminder. Took some earlier on and it did work. And I've just taken some more, literally about 10 or 15 minutes ago. So hopefully that will start kicking in at around about race time. That's what I'm hoping anyway. We shall see. So let's get into this one. I have changed the oil in the car. We've got 15 minutes free practice. And I am going to chase somebody. That's a Viper Hurricane, Gr.x, Beetle. I want a Z4 that's got a replay available. That one there. We'll load that Ghost and we'll see how we go. So 2,914th. So the times are dropping a bit. I was about 2,500 earlier on today. So people are setting better times as they've raced through the day. So like I said, I might have missed my opportunity earlier on. two paracetamol and ibuprofen, I'd be going to cartwheels. I am completely loaded up with what I can take. I could even be a Codamol after this one, I tell you. We'll see how we go. Good evening, Rita. Right, let me forget the chat now, just apply myself. Of course, these laps at the moment don't really account for anything, because the one thing I love about these races is you have to do a qualifier right before the race. So you can have spent all day putting in blindingly brilliant laps, and it means nothing if you cannot replicate those at the beginning of the race. Obviously that goes for me as well as anybody else. Oh, a little bit deep into there. A big old slide through there. This is where we had that horrible incident earlier on. Cost me so dear. Oh, no, big slide there. I was so eager to get the power down. That could have been a 127. We threw that away. Hi, William. Greg, good evening. Podium bacon rolls. Oh, I don't think podium's on the cards at the moment, but we'll see. Just cannot get into the 127s at the moment. But then it's been a long day. Thank you, Hulky. Oh, it'd be good if we are in the same lobby. Although I think you're better than me at the moment. Right, can we dip into the 127s? We're just off again, aren't we? Oh, how close do I have to get not get there? Okay, gone back to my normal way through that corner. Yay! Seek and you shall find. 127. It's not great, but at least it's there. Right, time to rest my back a little bit. Whoa, because we're going to be going racing in a minute. We are going to be racing in a moment. So we did get into the 127s, which is good. That time's all over the place. Oh, optimal of 127.4. So the optimal is there or thereabouts, but we need to do a little bit more work. And I'm still a couple of tenths off of Ollie, who has knocked me down. I think I was third at one point, so I think Ollie's jumped me, and I'm still not close enough to Greg, who's maybe even got a little bit quicker. I'm not quite sure. I might be lying there. We'll see. But so we will see how we go. It'd be great if Hulky and I are in the same lobby, and if we do, I know I will certainly be trying to work with him. In fact, I'm going to adopt the same strategy that I did earlier on. I'm going to try and get tucked in behind somebody that is quick and just see if we can work together, and hopefully I won't get a another penalty at the end, and we'll be able to get a clean finish. Stop. That's my alarm to come up and get ready for streaming. Yeah, Ollie, the Z4 is so much better. It is definitely the better car around here than the M6, without question. So, don't really recognise any of these names from earlier on. So, I don't know how these guys are going to run. I don't know how this one's going to pan out. We'll have to see how things go. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a bit of a better time than earlier on. We will have to see. I think I got about 11th or 12th earlier on, so really do need to be doing better than that. Thank you for the best wishes. hopefully I will be able to. I'm going to move my phone out of eye shot. I won't be looking at the chat very much, and I won't be looking at the chat and whatever. Maybe down one of the two of the straights, but I'm going to be very quiet in this one. I need to manage my back. I need to manage the race. I need to manage my strategy, and we'll see how we go. Strategy is going to be the same as earlier on. Hopefully we'll go mid-race, swap tyres, unless we get into real trouble at the early start of the race, in which case I'll come in a bit early and then I'll decide whether I change the tyres or continue to run on the tyres I'm on. We'll have to wait and see. But first of all, we've got this qualifier to do. So we'll get out and see if we can get a half decent time. Obviously I didn't see Hulky in my race, so Hulky, if you're racing in this one, good luck, my friend. But for now, it's just got serious again. Oh. If that's a sign of things to come, doesn't bode well, does it? Too slow through there, way too slow. This is not a good lap at all. Oh, 127.2 in there. We're going to catch this Porsche at the wrong time. Not good enough. We'll just have to see how this one pans out. We are way down the list. Ooh, worse than earlier on. Dratfu is also racing. Mad Max, thank you for popping in. Ooh, good luck everybody that is racing. I think I might struggle with this one. 0.8 of a second. 0.8 of a second off the pace. Lampeter really quick. But it's a quick old lobby here. Very quick lobby. Much quicker than this morning, I have a feeling. But, we'll just see how things go. See how things pan out. I don't know how the points work. Does it take the best of the three or the last one that you do? I don't quite know how this works. But we'll see how we go. Ah, okay. Mad Max did the second race for me, 7 p.m. Qualified 16th and finished 7th. So hold hope. I will hope. I'll hope and see how we do. There could be some deaths. Let's hope I'm not one of them. And let's hope that the marshals are kind to me this evening. Please, marshals, please don't do it to me again. It's a points from the last race. Okay, I thought it might be. So I could actually get less points then if I do badly in this one. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it. Are you saying I should quit out this now? We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. So basically, if you get a win, don't do any more. We'll see how we go. So we're starting 11th. And right, here we go then. Just hope that's it. Oh. Pardon? I'm not yawning. Did I? Can you shut my door, Joe, please? Joe, sorry. Right, here we go then. Round 3, take 2. Very quick cars up ahead. Come on, come on. Focus on the first corner. Just got to get through the first corner. Through the little twiddly bits. Stay out of trouble. Just stay out of trouble. Good luck, Holkey and Drac and anybody else that's doing this race. Oh, I got hit from behind. Damage on the rear, damage on the front. Oh, not again. Just really not my thing. Oh, oh crumbs. never seem to get any luck. Hi, fair now. Oh no, that's a penalty. Oh. Oh no! For goodness sake. Thought he was going to have me off then. No, that's not what I wanted. Come on, mate. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nobody behind, so I can just stay on the line. So need a slipstream. Oh no, another half second. Oh. Come on, marshals, leave me alone. Take 6th. Should have been a 5th, but I'll take 6th every day of the week. Woo! Oh my word. Oh. So which one's MTech then? Dave Capone? Which one's MTech? Oh. 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 Yeah, I know. It happened to me in the first race, Rita. Happened to me in the second one, 3-second penalty, but it would only have got me up into 5th, potentially. So I'll take that. I will take that, and we will run away and leave that one alone. At the start of the race, I said if I could get 6th, I'd be happy. If I could get 6th, I was going to be happy with that. So we'll take 6th. Oof. Ah, shaking like a leaf. Shaking like a leaf. And some quick guys in this race. And yeah, just couldn't quite stay with the AMG. The couple of penalties put me a bit behind. But Island, good evening, my friend. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. Woo! Oh, my word. Drat Fury got a P1 somehow. Oh, well done, my friend. How did Hulky do? How Hulky do? And the B ranking has increased. So, obviously, for 6th, what do I get? 105 points. So that's up on where I was the other day for the last one. Oh. Learn from that and use that for the next one. The problem is, P16 for Hulky. The thing is, will I be able to run at the weekend? I'm supposed to be out at the weekend. So, good chance that I won't be able to do that. So I'm almost doing every other race in this series. Whether I can get the next one done. I don't even know what is the next race? Where are we for the next one? Let's just have a very quick look. Oh. Let's just have a quick look. So event schedule. So yeah, we couldn't do Dragon Trail Gardens. The Nürburgring 24-hour. That's going to be on Saturday. And then we've got the Spa next Wednesday, week today, and then finishing up at Watkins Glen. Yeah, can we do it? Can we not? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Spa will be wet. Oh, you can guarantee that. Oh, you can guarantee that it will be wet. Almost definitely. Right. Okay. So, I need to just sort a few things out. First of all, I need to turn my headphones off. Bear with me a second. Okay, they're off. Then we've got some lobby races to set up, and we're going to be going racing in those in just a short while. Yeah, I think there could be some real weather ones coming up, which would be quite interesting. Obviously, it's going to make some interesting races. Okay. I'm still shaking like a leaf. Shaking like a leaf. Dangling on a tree in winter. Hanging on by a thread in the wind. Ooh, hey. Wow. The Twigs delivery made them hungry. I think that's your secret sauce, Strat Fury, running out in those chocolate bar liveries, making everybody hungry. I don't know about you, but I'm chasing you around. Halfway around, my stomach starts grumbling. I think, oh, I need a Twix. Although I don't like boosts, so the boost don't worry me too much. Right, okay. So where are we? YouTube chat, race for fun, 16. We are at Alsace West. Oh crikey! Who on earth picked Alsace West? Well, I did. Now I'm a bit confused. I thought there were more Alsace tracks. Quite clearly not. Okay, we'll have to go with this one. It's 1-on-1 for each of these. And we are on GR4s, racing soft tyres. So how come I can't do... Sure that there was a... That's why, because it was supposed to be this one here, Maggiore West. That was the car. That was the track it was supposed to be. Let's just change that. So that is a difference. I've made a mistake, guys. I've made a mistake. Oh, and what a mistake of a maker. Warrior, good evening, my friend. Hi, first on your live stream, and nice to meet you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for jumping in and saying hello. Oh, where are we? Let's have a little look. Woo. Right, so let's get out on track, and I'm just going to see how many races I can do this evening. I did take a couple of ibuprofen, a couple of paracetamols earlier on, so they have kicked in, and we'll see how we do, and then I'll jump out as and when. But whoa, what a race! over the top down this one. Not a track we do very often, this one. On earth do we brake? Up the white bit. Where am I going? Straight on? Yes. I nearly went right there. Ooh. Can't get through there like that. You're just starting to get used to the game after 12 months of playing, but I go there, the learning, everything completely different game compared to Warship Legends. Well, this is a good place to come and learn. If you want to come and race with us. Obviously, people do need to register, but I am happy for people to have a freebie or a taster, however you want to refer to it. Yeah, I know it's Maggior. I got it wrong. Hulky, there isn't an Alsace West. That's the whole point. There isn't one. There is no Alsace West. At least not that I could see. Yes, I got it completely wrong, completely messed up. See what do you want to do? It's starting to get awfully warm in here. I know, Hulky, I got it wrong. I messed up. I messed up. You know my brain's not working at the moment. I have a brain issue. That is my defense. Warrior, just come down and give it a whirl. The only way you're going to get quicker is by coming and racing. Gamma Dan saying sorry, but I'm not sure what for. Got a Drat Fury, a 132.2. It's a great lap. Very, very nicely done. I think Dan's trying to help me through that corner. Am I braking too early for that corner? Minutes and we're going to be going. Let's follow Dan. See where he brakes. Here we go again. Strange, Mad Max. See you later, Dave. Thank you for popping in. We've got quite a few people in, so not quite sure. It's down at 130.2. Sitting in the fastest lap at the moment. Oh, on the grass. Five minutes. 5 minutes and we're going to go. Right. Don't know who would have blocked Max. But I have been having this discussion with people about people being blocked. And I have made a decision on it. And the decision is I have no control over who blocks who. I block people. If I'm in the daily races and somebody rams me off, then I will block them. I've got no way of knowing who's blocked who. And I have taken the decision that the first person in obviously will race, and if they've blocked other people, the other people, you know, won't be able to get in. So as Dave said, it should be the host that blocks people, not the guests. I do agree, but there's nothing that I can do about it. I suspect that it will get reversed at some point, but at the moment it is the way that it is. And it's a bit of a nuisance, because any one of you could go in and you could block everybody that's racing tonight, and I come along tomorrow and it's you and me in the lobby and that's it. And I won't know unless people are telling me. And obviously, if I get in a situation where a number of you are saying you've been blocked, then somehow I have to try and establish, you know, who is doing the aggressive blocking. And then I have to make a decision on what's what. But yeah, it's difficult. It's hard. It is difficult. But there we go. Like I said, all I can do is apply the first come first serve rules, I'm afraid. There is no other way of getting around it. So we've got Gamer down in this one. Greg White is also in this. Wills, Ollie, Drat Fury. Mix of cars tonight. I'm in it. Hulky's in it. Number one Pops is in it. We've got GL4s all the way through tonight. So I'm hoping that number one will be able to race with us. Warrior, if you do a PSN. Ooh, hang on a minute. Let's try that again. And that should give the my PSN name. You will need to give me a shout if you send a friend request. So yeah, give me a shout if you do. So Dave says, if you change track with people that have blocked others, the room goes down. Well, I didn't know. Right, it is 10 past. It is 10 past. We've just got 8 of us in this one. Greg White, Gamer Down, Wills, Ollie, me, Drat Fury, Hulky, and number one. Let's get going and see what we can do here. And I am going to change the track in a minute. So this is going to get interesting. And normally I'll load up a different track, whereas tonight I'm actually changing the track. So it could be slightly different. This could be interesting tonight now then. And then of course if I've got to restart the room, it'll be a free-for-all to see who can get in. And then you might be able to see who's blocked you if you can get in and the other person can't. Could be interesting. So I wonder what happens if you block the host. Be interesting. Not on the grass. Oh, if I brake late, I go off. We're fourth at the moment. Chasing Gamer down. One too deep again. Can't limit that time. Gamer down a 130, 111. Ollie a 139, I think. Okay, where are we? See how we go. We're fifth at the moment. Gamer Dan, Ollie, Wheels and Greg White. Three really quick guys in front of me. Number one Pops has been really on it this week too. Hulky is flying in the GR3s. And then Drat Fury's no slouch either. So we've got some quick people in this one. Some very, very quick people. Let's get this one underway. And we'll see how we go. Straightforward sprint on this one. I think I've just accepted it. I think. Oh. Oh. It's what's up? What happened with Wheels? Greg's going to be coming up behind me in a moment. And Ollie in number 1 out front at the moment. Trying to stay with wheels at the minute. I think he's got Drat Fury in front of him and then Hulky. Two of 6. We're going to start number 3 in just a moment. Can we close up at all? Using wheels as a ghost car at the moment. A big loss of traction there. Where's Greg? He's still chasing. I think Wheels is closing up on Drat Fury. Where's Hulky? Need a tow. I think Wheels has got a tow as well at the minute. Oh, we're flirting with track limits at the moment. Bill's all over the back of Drat Fury. And if those two are going to work together to try and get on the back of Hulky, or whether they're going to battle and we'll fall a bit further behind. At the moment, it looks as if it is a battle royal that is going to ensue. Was a bit robust. We're all still running. Oh, couldn't get the power down there. Ooh. Running out of time. Hulky's 3 seconds down the road and he's in the slip with number 1. I've got Wheels charging behind. I think Drat Fury's not a million miles away either. Oh, too deep. That's going to put wheels right on my back bumper. Final lap. I'm on the grass. It's a little bit all or nothing here. Wheels all over the back of me. Hulky's gone. This is all about maintaining this position. I want to get the inside for this corner. Wheels getting on the grass there a little bit. He's going to look down the inside for this one. These are the guys behind, get a run to the line. Oh, that was a tough old race, that was. Oh my word, that was tough. Warrior says, glad I found another nice bunch of races. I used to race with another streamer on Gosport a few years ago, Game Tech UK, but he stopped doing GT racing. Well, I'm glad you found us, and hopefully you will be able to get in, and hopefully you'll sign up to register with us, and hopefully you'll be able to get in and race with us in just a moment, I hope. Right, woo! Let's just save that replay away. I'll share it. That is some of the hardest racing I've done in a long time, outside of daily races and the manufacturers. Wheels was really pushing me hard there, and that was a real struggle to stay ahead. But what respectful racing that was. That was absolutely brilliant, and I am buzzing. I really should be stopping racing and giving my back a rest. But after that one, I want to do another one. Oh, result. Gamer Down was your winner. 129.979. The only one in the 129s. Ollie in second with a 130.209. And number one Pops in third with a 130.557. Hulky with a 136 in fourth. I got a 134 for fifth. Jack Fury in sixth. Greg White seventh. And Wills in eighth. A couple of 1 second penalties at the back there. Oh, but came it down, Ollie. And number one, you're 1, 2, and 3. Right, where are we off to next? Now, normally I've got these all set up, but I'm moving around on my phone a little bit. Blue Moon Bay Infield. So we're going to go Blue Moon Bay, and it's Infield A. This one here, and we'll change the settings, and we'll see if things crash. People get bumped out. Not quite sure. Mad Max could join after the race was underway. Bitsmart says, question, best camera angle to race, as I see you nose view but prefer the bonnet view. It's entirely your call at the end of the day, whichever sort of works for you. I'm not going to lie, I'm doing the bumper cam, as a lot of people refer to it. I'm doing that a lot more at the moment, but I do want to get back to what people refer to as the roof cam, where you can see the bonnet. The only problem is on some of the cars, I tend to find I'm sitting up too high and I like to sit low. So Yeah, I do struggle a little bit on which camera to use. Hulky has moved to the roof cam, and he's enjoying that very, very much. And of course, if you do go with the roof cam, then you've got the ability that you can see it a little bit more. So this one here, but you've now not got the mirror. And when I'm racing in my lobbies, I like to have the mirror so that I don't take people out, because I like to be extra cautious. So I tend to go for this one purely so that I've got the mirror. But at the end of the day, it's with whichever one you prefer. If you find that the mirror is distracting you, go with the bumper cam. If you like to have the mirror, go with the... no, reverse that. If you don't like the mirror, go with the roof cam. If you like to know what's going on behind you, then go with this one. At the end of the day, most of the big YouTubers will go with this view. It does give you a much wider field of view, so you can see a lot more than when you go with this one. But this tends to be my best view. Although we're on a track that I struggle on. Ooh. You don't do this one very often, this track. Likewise with the Maggiore West that we just did. Not one that we do very often. Right, where are we? Let's just have a little look. So 25-2, we're going to start this one. So in a couple of minutes, we've got Greg White. He's in the Swift. Gamer Dan is in the TT. Wills is in the TT. Mad Max is in the Supra. Ollie's in the Megane. I'm in the G70. Drat Fury's in the Swift. Hulk is in the Swift. There's quite a few in the Swift. I tell you what, I like the next two that are coming up. I'm actually going to bail out of this one. Ollie says it's 3-0 to the pink cars now. Oh dear, dear, dear. Warrior says, I would like the mirror on the roof cam viewer. I can only hope. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Jonesy says it's worse in reverse. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to spectate this one, just to give my back a bit of a rest, because I'd like to do. We've got Sanquois B and Dragon Trail Seaside coming up, and I might do Seaside. Actually, I like both those two. It's just difficult to know which ones we're going to go for. So Dan has remained in the Audi TT, as you can see. He's obviously concentrating. He's not flashing his lights at me today. Either that or I've upset him. Have I upset Gamer Dan? Have I upset you, my friend? Oh, obviously I have. There he goes. He's flashing his lights now. Wills is also in the Audi. He's in the Red Bull one. And Hulky has jumped into the Swift in his new livery. This is the new yellow and lime green livery that he's got. He's chasing down Greg White. Didn't like the look of that. Don't know what happened there. We completely got a grey screen there. But Greg is in his yellow and silver car, sort of a mustardy yellow and silver car. I do like that livery. Works very well, those colours. Galacticore has gone for the Mazda, the yellow and blue car. And Mad Max in the Supra. So he's on the track running now, which is good. Mad Max we haven't seen on track for a while. Good to see him back. And Drat Fury, just getting the Swift big sideways, the Hot Wheels car all over the shop. And number one Pops has gone for a Suzuki as well. So we've got, what have we got here? We've got Swift, TT, Supra, Megane. Okay, Ollie's gone for the Megane, didn't see that one. And then we've got Swift, and a Tenza. So quite a few Swifts in here. It is time. We've got Greg White, Game It Down, Wheels Racing, Mad Max, Ollie, Drat Fury, Hulky, Number One, and Galactical. Let's get this one underway, and we'll see how we go. Dave Capone, yes, this is friends only. I always run friends only lobbies. Occasionally I will do public lobbies when I am recruiting, but when I've got sort of normally 8 to 12 runners in the room, we like to stick with our own racers, because that way we get very close, very respectful racing. And that is the way that a lot of us like it. So there's something really strange with the graphics at the moment. I'm on board with Ollie, and he seems to be going backwards, sideways. Not quite sure what was going on there at all. And then when we go on that one, we've got some significant issues this evening with the graphics. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but there we go. Right, who are we on board with? We're on board with Greg White at the moment. Dave, you won't be registered. You're going to need to register via Discord. Let me just put a note in there. Okay. Yeah, it definitely seems to be, we seem to go behind the barrier, I think, for that. There. And we should get the Discord servers come up there. If you get any problems registering, let me know. Dave, if you want to come and race with us this evening, feel free. I always let people have an evening racing with us without having to register, because some people don't like the way we race. For some of us, we're a bit too polite, and some people like to be a little bit more, you know, pushy and bumpy, which is fine. If that's how you want to race, then that's absolutely fine. A lot of people say rubbing is racing, and a lot of people are quite happy to push the pass and stuff like that. So yeah, as I said, come down and have a trial with us. If you like us, then join. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Right, okay, where are we? So we are into, we're in quali, I think, at the moment, aren't we? Did I start the qualifying? I think I have. Pretty sure I have. Yeah, we're 3 minutes into the quali. Oh, my brain at the moment is terrible. My short-term memory is completely shot. Sometimes I'll be working and I've got processes that I've been following for donkey's years, and halfway through the process I think, have I done that? Did I do that? Did I send that email? Did I register that license? Did I do this? And I've just, yeah, my concentration is horrendous. Really hoping over the next few weeks it settles down and I can get back to some sort of sense of normality. At the moment it feels very much anything but. So we've got number one Pops. He's in the orange Swift. Mad Max in the Supra. Wheels in the Red Bull Audi. Drat Fury in the Hot Wheels Swift. Ollie in the Megane. He's in the pink, black and white car. Greg is in the Swift, as is Hulky. Galactical, oh, in the Mazda, he's got a half-second penalty. Oh no. And I think that was all of the runners and riders. So at the moment, it's number one Pops with a 1:13.981 out front. Mad Max with a 1:13.986 in second, and Ollie's just put in a 1:14.0. So it's really tight at the front, incredibly tight. Look at that, between Gamer Dan and Wills. Gamer Dan a 1:14.192 and Wills a 1:14.198. There's nothing between them at the moment, and only two of the guys are in the 1:13s. That is number one Pops and Mad Max. Number one really leading the way here. He does love the GR4 cars. I did do GR3s all night last night. I said I'd do GR4s this night, and he is certainly making the most of it. And a 1:13.775, fastest lap as he takes a little run across the grass there, so he won't be improving. And Dan is just over a tenth behind at the moment, and doesn't look like they're going to be able to improve much. So I think the number one Pops has got it. From Gamer Dan, then Mad Max, Wheels Racing, Ollie, Drak Fury, Greg down in 7th, Hulky in 8th, Galacticor in 9th. And yeah, well, we'll see how things go in this one just as they are finishing up. And once again, we get to the point where the camera gets tucked up behind the barrier. I think that's what's happening, is I'm seeing the inside of the barrier there. Dave, Discord is a community chat service. It's completely free of charge, and there is a paid service if you want the extra features, but don't do that. But it's a community chat feature where the community comes together. We discuss all sorts of things. I announce the races that we're going to be doing every evening, so the cars and the tracks, so people can make sure they've got the cars and they can run the tracks if they are new to them and they want to do a little bit of practice. But we've also got people will help with regards to technical issues, equipment, sharing videos, list of all the live streams that people in the community are running, and a whole load of other information in the Discord. It becomes very central to everything that we do, and it also enables people to become friends and to build the community and the respectability within the community. So yeah, hopefully, and you can put it on your phone, you can put it on your laptop, or you can put it on both, which is what I do. Right, number one Pops is going to be leading us away with Gamer Dan in 2nd, Mad Max 3rd, Wheels is going to be in 4th, then Ollie 5th, Drak Fury 6th, Greg behind with Hulky and Galacticor, and I am going to be commentating this one, just giving my back a bit of a rest after what has been already quite a fair bit of racing. Gamer Dan just congratulating number one Pops, saying you are fast, well done. And number one Pops is quick, very quick in the GR4s, very quick racer in the GR4s. Right, okay, let's get into this one and see what we can do. We'll turn on some information, and yeah, for those of you that don't know, I do commentate these live. A lot of people think that I do these commentaries after I've watched the race and I know what's coming. Nah, I love doing live commentaries. They're very difficult, but it's fun. So Blue Moon Bay, we are go in the sunshine, and it's going to be number one Pops that's going to lead away. Gamer Dan seemed to get bogged down, I think, there. Ollie coming through, and Mad Max having a little look up the inside as well. So it is a bit of a change as we go into the first corner. And remember, we've got this horrible bump that these guys are going to need to watch out for. It's even worse when you do the other way around, but number one Pops out front at the moment in the Swift, going nicely. Remember, he did set a very nice fastest lap, but Ollie very tight behind as well. Ollie's got his bit between his teeth, and Dan is in there as well. So we've got 0.2 separating the top three, so 0.2 and 0.6 to Mad Max behind. So very close up the front with these guys. Number one Pop's going a little bit defensive on the inside. Ollie looking for a way round, can't quite manage that, and he's got Gamer Dan glued to his rear bumper at the moment. Nothing splitting these guys at the moment. One little rub on the barrier and it will all change, but it's very close racing at the moment up front. It is number one Pops just 0.15 ahead of Ollie. Ollie closing with the slip. Can he make a move up the inside? He does jink out to the left. He's going to get the inside. He's alongside now, so we're going to be side by side through here. We've got the bump. It does unsettle the balance of the cars. They need to get it slowed down, and number one Pop's just dropping down into third place, but he's got a lovely run out of this corner, and he got the inside. I think he's going to go from first to third to first in 2 corners. Wow, what racing that was. And we've lost the camera again. Somebody give me a camera to look at. Oh, look at this. We're on board with Ollie now. You'll be able to see if I go on board with Dan as he tries to take a look up the inside. He's got Ollie on the outside. Can he get that one done? He has. He's just managed to get the Audi through there. See if we can pick up the follow cam on these 3. And just riding on board with Ollie now. Mad Max just off the back of this. Gamer Dan just having a little look on the inside. Using all the inside of that corner, just making sure they don't get into the barrier there. But it is number one Pops out front by half a second now. So Dan just fallen back ever so slightly through that little complex, and he's got Ollie right on his back bumper, just 0.2 of a second behind. And Wills is on the back of this one too, just half a second behind. So this is lap 3 of 6. As we get into the bump, they slow it down. Oh, crumbs. They were all over the place there. Gamer Dan, really, that Audi not looking very comfortable over the bump there. He did gather it up quite nicely. All keeping it really nice and even through here. Ollie with some great lines. Gamer Dan using all of the curb. Outlaw with a slightly different line through there. That's given Dan a bit of a run on Outlaw, and you can see as we go into this one, he's going to get a look up the inside hard on the brakes. He does get up the inside. Number one trying to go around the outside, but I think Gamer Dan's going to get this done, or is he? No, number one Pops manages to keep the inside. He's going to get the inside for this one. Dan looking for an undercut here. Will it come? He's got a great exit. He's going to get the inside for this corner. We're on board with Ollie now, just having a look at the 2 cars up front. Can Ollie do anything about this? Oh, he's just up the inside. He's got a slipstream off Gamer Dan. That is shuffled. Number one Pops just out of the slipstream. He ducks in. So 3, these guys all together. Just 0.1 separating the top 2 and the top 3. As in 0.1 between each of these cars. There is really nothing at all between them. Again, getting very unsettled through the bump. Another one there. Gamer Dan trying to look for a way around the outside of Ollie. They're going to have to be brave through here. Oh, Dan. Oh, he gets shuffled to the back. I thought Dan was going to be in the grass there. I think he might have had to lift. And out of that one, that does promote Ollie up into first with number one in second. But we've seen how much this has changed. It's ebbed and flowed all the way through here, and Mad Max is right on the back, and Wills, and Drat Fury. And I'm going to try and go back to the fan camera here, because it really is very, very, very close with all of these guys. We've basically got the top 7 guys all together. It is Ollie out front at the moment by 0.2 of a second. Dan just fallen back just a tiny little bit there, possibly defending, but you can see that Mad Max and Wills have brought themselves right into this one as number one takes a look up the inside. Ollie goes high, number one's gone low. Who is going to come out of this one first? It is going to be number one with a beautiful line through there, and he's going to be 0.3 ahead of the guys behind. Attacking and defending, it's hard to know where to look in this one. It is so close. Wow, what a race to commentate on. 0.3, number one Pops. 0.2 between Ollie and Dan. 0.3 to Wills. Nothing to Mad Max, and 0.3 to Drat Fury, and 0.1 to Greg White. So top 7 absolutely locked together. One bump, one wheel on the grass, one nudge of a bumper, and everything is going to change. And at the moment it is still the same 3 out front at the moment. Number one Pops with the advantage. Gamer Dan pushing Ollie through these corners. We're going to be getting into the final lap in just a moment. We're coming around the final corner, and there is a little bit of a gap where we've got these top 4 together. number one just out front as we going to come across the line, but they're all going to bunch up under the slipstream. It is number one Pops 0.1 ahead of game. You can't even read it. The times are changing all the time. It's 0.1, it's 0.0. It's just, there's nowhere to look. We can't look at the times. It's just a case of enjoying this. Oh, Dan, hard into wall there. I think that's just going to have cost him. He's going to go from second, I think, to fourth, just with a nudge on the wall. Oh no, we've lost the camera again. Oh no, where are we? We're just on board with Gr.x. Let's pick this one back up. Number one Pops 0.8 out front at the moment as we go into the infield section. Tight right hander, not quite a hairpin, but almost. Then we've got the double left hander. We then got the right hander, and then it will be a drag to the line. At the moment, number one Pops looks like he's got this one made, but behind it could be anybody's. Ollie just ahead of Wheels Racing. So Dan in the fourth, and Dan into the wall again. I think that's going to let Gr.x through now. Oh, Dan just getting that Audi a little bit loose on some of the corners, but it is going to be number one Pops that is going to come across the line to take the win by 0.8 of a second. Ollie is just ahead of Wheels Racing. Gr.x, Gamer Dan, Drat Fury, Mad Max, they're all coming across faster than I can even keep up with them. Galactical is going to come across the line to take 8th, with Hulky just off the back in 9th. And these two guys just closing up. And I don't think either of them want to let each other through. Hulky just pushing Tom over the line there. Oh, what a race up front. That was absolutely incredible. The respectful racing in there was stunning. And just, yeah, didn't even know where to look on that one, let alone commentate. That was absolutely fan-dabby-dozy with a massive F for fan, massive D for dabby, and a massive D for dozy. That's an FDD, that one. We're now Gr.x saying, Dan, that was close. Ollie, what a race. Oh my word, that was. Number one Pops managed to get the win by 0.8 of a second to Ollie, who was just 0.1 ahead of Wheels. And then Greg was 2.3 back in fourth. But Gamer Dan, look at that, just 3 1/1000ths of a second behind Gr.x. And Drat Fury next to nothing off of the back there. Very, very, very close. So number one Pops was your winner with a 1:14.102. Ollie in second with a 1:14.275. And Wheels Racing in third with a 1:14.016. Gr.x did get the fastest lap, a 1:13.900. And then it was Gamer Dan, Drat Fury, Mad Max, Galactical, and Hulky at the back there. Number one Pops, Ollie and Wheels Racing. Congratulations to you guys. Right, where are we off to now? I think it was, San Croix. I think it's San Croix B. And I know people pronounce this differently. San Croix B is the race. We will change event settings. I'm probably going to sit this one out as well. I might just rest for a few moments, and then I'll try and join Dragon Trail and then commentate on the Gardens a little bit later. I've done quite a bit of racing today, and I do just want to rest my back just a little bit. Dowie Motorsport, good evening, my friend. Ollie's saying, Will, you almost had me there. Gamer Dan so close with Greg. That was something else. And Dan saying, so close that on the finish line. My Delta showed me go up on. Wow, yeah, just incredible racing. Right, I am going to get the qualifier underway at 57 for this one, because we've still got 3 races and we've only got an hour of time available. So we're going to get this one underway pretty quickly. Just leave the guys to work out cars. Hulky's jumped into the Citroen for this one. Number one Pops in the Alpha. Ollie's staying with the Megane. Mad Max is staying with the Supra. Dan is staying with the TT. He's been great in that car tonight. Greg's jumped into the Cayman. So we have got a little bit of a change with some of the cars for this one. Jim Clain, hey, I have a question about the Manufacturers Championship. Fire away, my friend. I'm new to the manufacturers, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to help you, but ask the question. And if I can't, maybe somebody in the chat will answer it for you. Incidentally, thank you for jumping in. What do I do if you miss a round? Not a lot. You just lose the points. I've missed. I can't do Saturdays. So I was first in my region after the first round, I think. Then I dropped to second after the second round because I couldn't do the race. And then I'm just trying to get as many points as I can now. But you just basically, you forfeit the points. If you don't race, you don't get the points. It is that easy. It is that easy. It's not reloading the points. I think the points are going to be calculated later on. Jim, check back in the morning. Last week when I did the first one, I didn't get any points. I didn't get any points until the following morning. I thought it would all gone wrong. So don't worry. Hopefully you'll get them tomorrow. If you got a second, well done. That's really good racing. Nice one. Nice one. And Dan's just saying not all the rounds count. I don't know how many rounds count. I don't do the manufacturers very often, so I'm all a bit new. Right, anyway, lots of people helping there. So let me get into this one. I said 57. We have got Greg White, Gamer Dan, Wheels Racing, Mad Max, Ollie, Drat Fury, Hulky, and number 1 Pops. Let's get this one underway. And I am going to be commentating this one as I did the last one. So we've got 8 runners in this one. We've lost a few people. Quite a lot of people joining us in the chat today. If you'd like to come racing with us, then please look us up on the Discord. Come and say hello, get yourself registered, and then come on down. And so long as you will race respectfully and be respectful within the community, you will be more than welcome. We got a few people that have signed up over the last couple of days. Not seeing any in the room at the moment, but no doubt we will see them soon. Right, while I'm jibber-jabbering, let's just get the information on. We'll just watch and enjoy these guys. A slightly longer track, this one. It isn't the full Sainte Croix track, or Saint Croix, Saint Croix. Some people call it Saint Croix, Saint Croix. However you want to say, I guess it doesn't really matter. And this is the bit I love. You go down the hill here and it sweeps round to the left, then hard on the brakes to get it turned into the right-hander to get up and over the bridge. You then got to drag down to the end, hard on the brakes, left, sweep it round on the right-hand corner, and then down the hill. Lots of opportunity to slipstream in this one. Lots of opportunities to pass. And lots of opportunities to crash, in particular on the bridge. But we'll see how we go. Here we go. This is this long curve. If you can get this curve right and you can get on the power well, then you've got a lovely run down the hill here. Hard on the brakes. Then you've got the little technical section as you head down towards the final corner. Yeah, I don't know for sure, Jim. I know that if you do the races during... So I've done 2 races today. I believe it is the last race that you do that counts. So I think I'm right in saying if you do a race and you get a win, don't do any more. If you do a race and you come 16th, do another one and see if you can go better. But I also believe that maybe 1 or 2 of the rounds don't count. Your worst ones don't count, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Dan's obviously racing at the moment in qualifying. I'm sure that one of the guys will give you a little bit more information once they have finished. So we've only got a 5-minute quali here. So these guys are going to have to absolutely go it, because I'm only going to get 1 flying lap. With the overrun, they should be able to get this one finished, but there is no messing. Do you go for it and risk everything and get a penalty and find that you are at the back, or do you put a banker lap in and see if you can just get the job done and other people are going to get penalties? It's so difficult to know. Lovely view as we go down towards the bridge, wheels sliding that out for a round. Gamer down, beautifully poised in the Audi. That is the barrier that will pick up a few people, I have no doubt, in the race. Catches so many people out. You've got Wills and Dan just coming into this braking zone, hard on the brakes, getting it turned in, and then it's all about getting around this long, fast right-hander and on the power to go down the hill. Slipstream opportunities, but also opportunities to touch the barrier and slow down. So it really does favour the brave, this track. However, if you're too brave and you overcook it, oh, it can hurt. Jack Fury's still in the pits at the moment. I'm wondering whether he's putting one of the kids to bed. We shall see. Warrior says, I love this track in the Super Formula cars. Yeah, I love this in the GR3s. We don't do it in GR4s much. And normally with the GR3s, I'll do the full track. Oh, Gamer down, just sweeping around the outside of wheels there. Oh, Jim, I did win too, and still did another and got second. Oh, I think if you get the win, you should have banked it and stuck with it. But who knows? I mean, it's taking part that matters. It just really hurts if you get a win and then on your last race somebody takes you out big time and you get a last place. You know, that would absolutely make me cry. So I think there's a little bit of just calling it a day when you've done the best that you can. I mean, I could have tried a third race. I did get a sixth. I felt that that was as good as I could get. I did say at the start of my race, if I could get a top six, I'd be happy. I did get that top six. Should have got fifth, but I did get that top six, so I left it at that. You got more points for the second because of the DR upgrade. Nice. Nice. What DR are you, my friend? So we've got a few guys in this one. We've got Ollie is actually, I think we've yeah, they've finished now. So we'll see. Ollie has obviously finished his lap. He's done a 2:22.8. Came down a 2:22.990. And then Greg in third with a 2:23.8. So once again, look at this at the top of the timing charts here at the moment. Now it could change, but you've got a 2:22.87 and a 2:22.99. So little over 1/10 of a second, splitting the top two. 0.117 of a second. It's so close, so close. And then when they actually get on track and they're racing, oh, the only thing I am going to say to my mate Gamer Dan, don't overdo it, my friend. I know that there's a few people with some health issues at the moment, and Dan's struggling with his ear and motion sickness at the moment. So don't overdo it, my friend. I love watching you race. I'm so glad that he's racing with us. And I have seen your Discord message. I will reply to that a little bit later on after the stream, when I've got a chance to read it. Ollie says, your last race is the one that counts. So if you win or place high, don't risk it. So there. Although Jim's just found out that obviously he got 2 firsts. The second one was a DR improvement and he got more points for it. So there you go. Warrior. He's off for a school run in the morning. Thank you ever so much, my friend, for jumping in. Hopefully you'll come and race with us soon. And yeah, Dan is just saying this is going to be the last one for him, unfortunately. Oh, number one has chosen the wrong car. What's number one in? He's in the Alpha. I thought the Alpha would be good around here. Obviously, that isn't the case. Right, let's just get this one underway. And Ollie's saying super close times. It is very, very close at the front. Gamer Dan, 222.700. Ollie with a 222.873. So super, super, super close. This is going to be another banger of a race, I feel, coming up. Glad I'm going to be commentating this one. I do want to be racing more, but I have been told that I've got to take it easy, and I am taking it easy for once, and she's doing as I'm told. Right, Dan is going to lead us away. Ollie second, Gr.x third, Hulky fourth, the rest following up behind. We are at Croix. The sun is out. The shaded side on the left, the sun side on the right. Who's going to get the better starter wave? We are away now. Oh, Dan got bogged down big time there, and I think Greg, with a stonker of a reaction time there to jump ahead. Oh, that was a massive change off the line there. Reaction times key. Gr.x at the moment leading Ollie. Hulky third and Gamer down into fourth at the moment. And then the rest of the guys behind. Ollie taking a look up the inside. He's going to be on the outside into this corner. He's going to have to duck in. Well, I was going to say he's going to have to duck in behind Greg, but he's keeping his foot in. He's going to try for the inside line as we go down the hill. Ollie got a lovely run. Greg is going to be on the outside. Hulky looking to try and capitalise on this as well. Nothing to split these guys. Him down using all of the curb. Is anybody going to get through here? Oh, I thought Ollie was going to be connecting with the barrier there, but he's all good. Everybody through as we go over the bridge. Ollie 0.3 out front, but behind. Look at this little gaggle of three. There's nothing. They're going to be three wide into this corner, guys. You can't go three wide into that corner. Greg and Hulky in team colours going side by side. Look at the respectability there between those guys. They could well be in a chat room together talking. And Dan just manages to slip underneath Gr.x, following Hulky through there. But Greg is saying, I'm going to come through as well here. Oh, he couldn't quite get underneath the Gamer Dan. He's right on the back gearbox. Look how tight this is as they come down the hill. I often say it, this is really like watching a bunch of professional racers. So tight. So tight. The respect is absolutely amazing with these guys. The fact that they can drive this close and go side by side through corners without taking each other out just amazes me every time I see this. Every time I watch, I am just in awe of these guys. Ollie out front at the moment. Hulky second, Gamer Dan third, and Gr.x in fourth. Drat Fury just off the back of this pack. Oh, somebody getting it wrong. I think that's the Alpha going around just in the background there. Could have been a sinner. I don't know which one that was, but definitely a car going off. We're just sticking with this little group at the front here. Ollie just out front. Hulky looking for a way round. Oh, Gamer Dan gets up in the inside. He's hit second now. Gr.x looking to, I thought, get up the inside of Hulky there. At the moment, the two teammates running very, very close together. I don't know if they're going to work together to get past Dan, or whether Greg is going to try and take the place if he can. Hulky really, really going for it. I'm loving the progress that a lot of people are making at the moment. Hulky, Borky going so well recently in the mid-pack, bringing themselves up towards the front. And you've got Gamer Dan, Gr.x, Ollie, all up the front. Wheels just off the back at the moment. And in 8th, number 1 pops in 7th, Mad Max 6th, Drat Fury 5th. But it is this little group here for the last 2 podium places that we're watching. Ollie is out front at the moment, and as these guys battle, he's managed to pull a 1.5 second lead out whilst we've got the battling going on. So I don't know whether Hulky, Dan and Greg are going to start working together, or whether they're going to continue to battle, or whether they are actually working together. I'm not quite sure. Slipstream doesn't seem to be doing an awful lot. I was expecting these guys to be closing up big time under Slipstream. Hulky right on the back of Gamer Dan now. Greg right on the back of Hulky. Nothing splitting these guys. They really are in a little train here. The Audi just staying ahead of the two Porsches at the moment. As we come around, we're going to come down the hill. Thankfully, no penalties at the moment. Nobody getting on the grass. Oh, Greg really using track limits there. We're going to come across the line to start lap number 3. So, longish race this one. They're all staying out the wall. Oh, Greg just having to move out to the right-hand side there, just so he didn't collect with his teammate, Hulky. He does get into 3rd place. So, Hulky demoted down to 4th for the moment. But he is going to be pinned to the back of Greg's car, if I know Hulky. And if there's an opportunity, you will take that place back. And whilst that little swap of places was going on, that's enabled Dan just to gap these two slightly, 0.7 of a second. But Ollie just managing the gap out front at the moment, 1.5 seconds. So he's got a nice little comfortable margin at the moment. But that could all be undone with one wheel on the dirt, one nudge of the barrier, and it could all change. But at the moment, no mistakes from any of these guys. Oh, Gamer Dan really risking the dirt there. I thought that the grass was going to suck him into the barrier there, but it didn't. He has dropped back a little bit. So Ollie has got the gap out to 2 seconds now, whilst Dan flaunting track limits there and just trying to get as much of a benefit off the corner to stay ahead of Greg White, that is now just under half a second behind Gamer Dan, and going really, really well. These two absolutely following in their own wheel tracks. Nothing to split these two. They're literally, I mean, even with the slipstream, they are trading thousandths of a second. Greg just closing up ever so slightly. So all the way down that long straight, only managed to close up by about a tenth, I think, tenth and a half, as we go into the braking zone. So 0.32 between Gamer Dan and Greg White, 0.30, still 0.30. So just ebbing and flowing at the moment between these two, as I think Greg is just trying to find a way to stay on the back of Gamer Dan. He's in the dirty air as well, which means he's having to manage that. Gamer Dan does not have any dirty air to worry about, but also he does not have a slipstream from Ollie to help him, whereas Greg White does. Hulky just falling off the back of this one just a little bit at the moment. He's 1.4 back. So Greg White getting that move done and then getting onto the back of Gamer Dan, and these two really, really going for it at the moment. A little bit further back, we've got Drat Fury in the Mustang. He's going well in 5th, with Mad Max just behind in the Supra. They're still running really well. Outlaw did say that he was not comfortable with the Alpha, and the two Alphas running at the back at the moment, 7th and 8th. So yeah, it does look like the Alpha was not a good car of choice around this one. Very, very surprising. I thought the Alpha would have been pretty quick off of the corners, but obviously lacking in the straights, I would imagine. And Wheels again in the Alpha struggling at the back. Wheels very, very, very quick, and just not quite hooking it up at the moment in some of our races. Hopefully we're going to have a TCSRL PSR race soon, when everybody is well enough to race, meaning Rita and I, and hopefully all of the team will be able to get together, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that race. But at the moment, I think that is all on hold. We've got Hulky Racing's Championship that is going to be starting very soon as well, that Rita and I have done no practice for because we're both recovering from illnesses at the moment, and hopefully we will be able to get together and get some laps in at some point. And then we've also got the TCSRL races to finish as well, because we put those on hold for a week. So it's all been a little bit of a delay just recently. Lots of people not very well. My best wishes go to everybody that is unwell or recovering at the moment. Hope people manage to get themselves well. And yeah, not a good start to 2026 for an awful lot of people. But I'll tell you what, who's having a good start to 2026, and that is Ollie. He is 1.7 seconds out front. Whoa, Greg White hard into the barrier there. Dan went a little bit wide as well, but Greg went even harder. I don't know if he's got damage, but he was deep into the wall there. He's clobbered the wall again there. No damage, but definitely losing out a little bit on the walls there. That's enabled Dan just to gap by about half a second, but Ollie still running away out front as we are on lap 5. Is there anything that Greg and Dan can do to close up? I think the only way they're going to catch Ollie is to work together, but not an awful lot of opportunity at the moment. Hulky's 3.5 seconds back at the moment. 4 seconds ahead of Mad Max, who's 0.9 ahead of Drak Fury, who's 5 ahead of Wheels. So at the moment, the battle on track is between Greg White and Gamer Dan, two very, very fast, accomplished and very respectful racers. These two guys very, very free with their time to help other people. Gamer Dan's put a lot of time in with Borky and been helping him, and Greg's been putting a lot of time in with Hulky, and Hulky also putting a lot of time in with Borky as well at the moment. So there's a lot of PSR guys helping each other to get quicker and quicker and quicker. And at the moment, we've got a couple of the mentors absolutely locked together in a wonderful little battle here. So Ollie 2.5 seconds out front. I think Ollie's got this in the bag now, save for any unforced error. No intimidation. Gamer Dan flashing his lights, but I don't think Ollie is going to even care about that. Gamer Dan 0.6 ahead of Greg. Greg really pushing, using all of the track limits and more. Look at this. Really pushing every millimetre of the track to try and open up the corners to get the power down earlier, to just try and close up on Dan. In the meantime, the laps are ticking away. Gamer Dan staying out of the wall, Greg staying out of the wall this time, so all good. They're going to hit the brakes, getting it turned in. Need a good exit on this one, stay out of the wall. They are, look at this, locked together, these two. So Ollie 2.4 is maintaining the gap out front quite nicely. Absolutely no hassles whatsoever with Ollie. That Citroen going beautifully, some great lines. Just on board with him at the moment. Hard on the brakes, getting it turned in, picking up those apexes beautifully. Drifting to the outside. He comes down to the technical part. Goes left, flashing his lights. He's got time to flash his lights as well. Taking a slightly wider line through there, picking up the apex again. Look at these lines, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Don't get into the wall. Oh my gosh, that was close. That was close. He had my my heart in my mouth then. I thought that that was going to be all over there, but no, he's 3.3 ahead of Dan and Greg at the moment. So these two just dropping back a little bit while they are fighting. Is there anything that Greg can do to get ahead of Dan? I'm just going to drop back very, very quickly. Hulky is in air on his own, as is Mad Max. Drak Fury also. Wheels are number 1, locked together. Wheels has got a 1 second penalty, but this is the battle for the podium places. I think that the top step is secure. But what is going to happen between Dan and Greg? We already know that Dan, this is his last race of the night, so fatigue probably kicking in at the moment. So just can he hold it together for the last few corners? We've got the technical section, the right-hander. Then we go through this little kinky, it's like an S, almost a left, right, left. And then we're going to get the tight left to go down the hill. Keep it out the wall, boys. Keep it out the wall. They do. Wow, Greg, look at the balance on that car. It's really leaning over as he leans on the tyres through that corner. And Dan just looking for a nice exit here. Greg White is leaving nothing on the table. You could see he was all over the grass there. The two of them weaving around to say what a fantastic race between those two. Absolutely nothing. 0.152 on the line. Hulky's going to come across in 4th. Mad Max in 5th. And then Drat Fury in the Mustang is going to take a well-earned 6th. And then we've got Wills and number 1 Pops. Both of them knowing that they picked the wrong car there. It's all about being in the right car. And unfortunately, they struggled with those at the end, Wills and number 1. But what a race out front for the 2nd and 3rd place. So Ollie had that one pretty much sewn up. And then it was the two guys battling behind. And yeah, sometimes, you know, do you battle and go for every corner? Do you work together? Could they have caught up with Ollie if they were working together? Were they working together? Who knows? Only they will know. But what a race. What a race. What a race. Dan's gaming. I remember when the Alfa Romeo got banned in the 90s in the BTCC. Ollie was watching that race through the stream. Looked amazing. It really did. How on earth you had time to look at the stream and race and continue to pull away, my friend? That is just rubbing salt into the wound. And to get the fastest lap as well. A 2:21.574 for Ollie in 1st place. Gamer Dan in 2nd with a 2:22.075. And Greg White with a 2:22.252. Nothing between them on the line. Hulky 4th. Mad Max 5th. Jack Fury 6th. Number 1 Pop 7th. Wheels Racing in 8th. So your top 3 for that one. Ollie, Gamer Dan and Greg White. Right, we are off to Seaside now for this one. I'm gonna have a go at this one, and then I will commentate on the last one. And I'm gonna get the, where are we? I am gonna switch this out actually. The room's just being prepared. I'm gonna change this to, I'm gonna drop the qualifier at the moment, just so that we can get these last 2 in, because I do want to try and get finished up by 11 o'clock, because I am starting to feel it, if I'm honest. So I'm going to go practice some race. Okay, it looks like I'm going to need to wait for the moment. There we go. So I'm going to try and do this one, and then I will commentate on the gardens. Ooh. Good night, Rita. She's disappearing. Good night, my friend. Thank you for jumping in. Jim, you all have a nice one. Got to go. Thanks for the chat. Cheers. Thank you very much. So quite a few people disappearing. Thank you ever so much for being with us this evening. Oh, pink car is back out, Mitch, says Ollie. Oh, we got a pink one. We got a pink one. What time did I say? I didn't say when we were going to start this one. So this one, the race is starting at 20. Ooh, I'm going to go 26 because I need to get into this one fairly quickly. Still got 2 races to do, and time is running away at the moment. Woo, Rams, what some brilliant races. Fantastic races. So we got Greg is in the Mazda 3. Used to be the OP car way back when, but don't often see that, so it's nice to see that one out. Wills is in the G70. Mad Max is staying in the Super. Ollie's in the Megane. He's going well in the Megane. I'm in the G70. Hulky's in the Megane. Stiggy has joined us in the Hurricane. And not sure what number 1 and Drat Fury are going to be in for the minute. We will just give them a moment or two just to dive in. And so we got Dragon Trail Gardens after this one. We've got a whole load of liveries that people are doing. Lots of liveries in the Discord at the moment. Oh, Dowie Motorsport's got a new sponsor. He's buzzing, which is really, really good. And let me just close out of the Discord for the moment and keep an eye on what we are doing, because we are going to be going racing in just under a minute. As soon as it goes 26, we're going. Is number one racing in this one? Yes. Good. Woo! Yes, GR3s yesterday, and we've got GR4s today. Right, let's get this one underway. The game is going to decide who starts where. And I'm not going to lie, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. So I'm going to do this race. We'll do the next one, and then I will be calling it a day. Been a long stream. And then we'll be back tomorrow with more of the same, just in the evening. No more manufacturers races or anything like that, although I've got a whole load of videos to catch up on. And let's hope that the marshals are a little bit kinder to me in this one than they have been earlier on. Two really disappointing penalties I've got in the manufacturers, which was a real pain. I got bumped into a car, pushed them off, and I got a penalty for that one. And the first race was of the day was insane when I got a 4-second, and I really do not know what I got that one for. I've done a short on that. Let's see if we can stay with Ollie. Chicane of death time in a moment. Oh, gone too deep. Way too deep. Oh, that was a really iffy moment. Got where I was. This is the problem. My concentration, really struggling to concentrate on things at the moment. Thankfully my headaches are subsiding, so that is a good sign. Oh, we've got a death up front. Oh, we've got lots of death. Oh, we got a car stuck on the grid. Number one pops. Ozzy! How you doing, my friend? Well done on the manufacturers today. I believe you got a win. Nicely done. I had a bit of a disaster in the manufacturers. Got a 6th, but 2 massive penalties killed me, unfortunately. I've turned one of them into a short because it annoyed me so much. 2nd and 2 firsts, lovely, lovely jubbly. Doesn't matter, a win's a win. Oh no, too deep. Oh, you're on the move, so you got your house sorted out. Wicked. Hope it all's turned out okay for you. I really ought not to look at the chat while I'm trying to race here. Hey Ozzy, thank you for becoming a channel member. The distractions are coming thick and fast. Whoa, too deep. Right, let me concentrate, because I've got Ollie, he's chasing me down at the moment. He's 1.5 seconds behind. Ooh. He's 1.5 and catching. He's catching fast. Got too many laps. Where is he? 0.8. He's closing so quickly. Ollie. He is by far the better racer. He's been doing really well tonight. Where are we? Oh, I thought this was the last lap. I've got 2 more to do. This one and 1 more. Still see him there. It's good to have my brake pedal back to where I like it. Managing with it as well tonight. Is he? Right, one more chicane of death to do. Let's just try and keep this smooth and silky. Oh, it's just sliding a little bit. We're okay at the moment. Where are we? 2.1 to Ollie behind. Don't make a mistake now, Mitchell. Here he comes. You can see him in the rear view mirror. Don't overdo it into here. We're doing 2.2. It's all about this one, isn't it? Oh, I thought I was going to hit the barrier there. That was so close. Woohoo! Oh, on the exit there, I was actually aiming at the orange bit. How on earth I didn't clobber the barrier there? I really do not know. Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes, we pull one back on the pink car. Oh, love it. Oh, Dave said that's a headache Discord, but looks like I've done it. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Good man, good man, good man. Whoa, what a race. Oh, I think that one just about killed me. Oh, that one has just about killed me, but whoa, that was insane. Clean race bonus as well. Oh, lovely lot of credits. Oh, we got a win. My friends, we've got a win. We've got a win. Woo! All righty. Oh, G70 is so fast on the straights. Couldn't catch for the elite of me. I think he means for the life of me. But he's an elite racer. So the elite word in there, I'll give you that, Ollie. I will give you that. Coda, if you're going to lay down there, watch your legs on the back of my car. Oh, I do love the G70 around there. It is a cracking car. Not necessarily a chosen car, but really do like it. So I got the win. Ooh, I did get the win with a 148.567. As I said, not necessarily the quickest around there. Ollie in second with a 148.609, and Drak Fury in third with a 149.402. Stiggy in fourth, Mad Max in fifth, Greg in the Mazda with the fastest lap of 148.527. So I was just slightly slower. Oh, what a shame. Greg White just sneaking the fastest lap off of me for sixth. Wills in seventh, Hulky in eighth, and number one didn't get away in that one. But for the this race, me, Ollie, and Drak Fury. Woo! Right, let's get this one. We're going to Dragon Trail Gardens for this one. And I'm going to change event settings, and we will be getting going very, very, very quickly for this. So I'm going to start the race. Is going to be starting at 42. Actually, let's go 43. So that should be fine. Taking up to about 11 o'clock, that one. And just gives them a couple of minutes just to get themselves sorted out. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Jack Fury saying Tokyo CC next boost. I'm not going to get a chance to do another one, Drac. But if you want to do Tokyo, I'm just thinking, do you want to do a week boost night? That's one of the things I have been thinking about doing is just seeing, because I love it without boost. I do love racing without boost. But yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll do one. We'll see. We'll see. Mad Max, that was my last race. Need to head to bed. Work in the morning. Thanks for the races. You are welcome, my friend. Ooh, I just dropped the controller. Ooh. We are going to be losing a few people now as time is getting on. At the moment, we've only got 2 people in this one. Ollie, Wills, oh, Stiggy. Stiggy's just ticked in. So, yeah, we will be getting this one underway fairly quickly. So, Ollie's sticking with the McGann. Wills has jumped into the Cayman. And Stiggy has gone with the FedEx Hurricane. Jack Fury's going to pass up on this one. No worries, my friend. Oh, Hulky's on intermediate tyres. That's brave. Very brave. Something tells me that's going to change. So we are losing quite a lot of people. This is going to be quite a quiet race, this one. We've got Wheels Racing, Ollie, Hulky, number 1, and Stiggy in this one. I would love to do this. I am tempted to do it, but I'm not going to because I do need to be careful. So I'm not going to be tempted to do it. Hulky's just jumped into the Hurricane now. Right. Oh, 20 people watching. If you haven't already, please smack the like button. If you're new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers. We're looking for 16 more people. Just 16. Ooh, getting very, 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 very close now. It's taking a long old time to get to 5,000. I wanted to get to 5,000. Right, it is 43. Let's get going. So we've got Wills, Ollie, Hulky, number 1, and Stiggy. Let's get this race underway. I was hoping to get to 5,000 by the end of the year, so we've missed that. I'm now trying to get to 5,000 by the end of January. That does put me a month behind where I was. And then we start the long slog to 6,000. I can't believe that we've got just under 5,000 subscribers to this channel already in such a short period of time. It's absolutely incredible. Very humbling, and I really do appreciate every single one of you that do subscribe to the channel. But right now we are at Dragon Trail Gardens. The lights are going to go out and we are racing in the blazing sunshine. It is Wills that is going to be leading us away. Ollie tucks in behind to take second. Number 1 pops in third. Hulky 4th and Stiggy 5th. Very, very small field, this one. So everything to play for. This is a little technical bit. Oh, Ollie all over the curb there and a wheel in the gravel. That is not going to help. And I think number 1 Pops had a good run out of there, but Ollie just managing to hold it. Number 1 Pops closing as we go down into what is effectively the hairpin. Can he get around the outside? Don't run out too wide. They've gathered it up nicely. So number 1 tucks in behind Ollie as we head down into the ziggy-zaggy bits. And then we get what I refer to as the hexagon. It's not a hexagon, but it's a right. And then, oh, Ollie off. And we got, I think that's Hulky off there. I think that was that? Yep, a couple of cars getting it badly wrong through there. We go round the hexagon, then we're going to go down and up the hill, and then we've got the compound left-hander. It's a left, and you really need to have a good exit because then you get the long drag down the hill to the fast left-hander, and we do it all over again. But as we come around to start lap number 2 in just a moment, it will be Ollie that is going to cross the line. Half a second ahead of number 1 Pops, but these two have dropped the field. 7 seconds behind, we've got Stiggy, Hulky and Wills. So I don't know if there's been some issues and they've had to wait, but these three quite close together, 0.7 between each of the racers. So we've definitely got a 2-horse race here. We've got Ollie and number 1 out front. Oh, number 1 with a beautiful run across the curb there. Oh, what a beautiful move that was to take the lead just as we got on board with him. That was absolutely lovely. I bet Ollie will be loving and cursing that one. What can Ollie do about it? Or can number 1 just keep this together and bring this one home? The Megane is pretty quick. The Swift is a nice little car. You've just seen how nicely the Swift will ride the curbs. Number 1 going defensive. Ollie's going to try for a little look underneath. Can't quite get through there. He's got a lovely slingshot round the outside. Can't quite get that one done. He's going to have to tuck in behind for the hexagon. We're going to go right, right, right and right again. And then they want to get off of this one really well. Be careful not to get on that curb too much. Otherwise that barrier is coming at you very, very, very quickly. And then this is the corner where you've really got to nail it. Hard on the brakes. Pick up the apex, swing it out, pick up the apex again. Ollie going wider. Number 1 Pop's taking a slightly tighter line. Ollie trying to use a bit more of the track to get the power down early. Number 1 Pops with a slightly better run. This Swift looking really good in a straight line out of these corners. And he's actually, even though Ollie had the slipstream there, number 1 Pops was holding his own. Ollie was not really managing to close up very much. It's 0.628 at the moment. Just going out to 0.8 as we go through the twisty bit there. The Swift, oh, across the curb there. You can see didn't quite straddle the curb that time. But the Swift coping with the sausage very, very nicely. I think it's eating that sausage for breakfast. And he's now coming up for 0.9 ahead of Ollie. Number 1 Pops, lovely lines across the curb there. Ollie going really deep into the curb on the exit there to get as much speed as he can, whereas number 1 is keeping a lot more conservative. I say that as he jumps across that curb. So at the moment we've got number 1 Pops is jumping across some curbs and taking it easy on others. Ollie is jumping across some curbs and taking it easy on others. Not quite sure what to make out of this one at the moment with the lines. They're both taking different lines. Very, very, very cool. It's working well though. Number 1 Pops managing to just keep that 0.9 of a second. A little bit further back though, we've got Stiggy is half a second ahead of Hulky, and unfortunately Wills having a mare of a race again. Hope Wills is okay. He was really, 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 really quick when he joined us, and at the moment worryingly seems to be a little bit off the pace. I hope he's okay. Maybe just a little bit tired, or maybe the cars are just not for him. But Hulky just chasing down Stiggy at the moment, but out front it is still number 1 Pops and Ollie. These are the 2 protagonists for the lead, and oh, number 1 Pops has rejoined him, just gets it wrong. Oh, the Suzuki just getting air across the grass there. That is going to promote Ollie up into first place. But I tell you what, as soon as number 1 Pops gets those tyres cleaned up, he is going to be right on it. Now Ollie is the one who's going to need to defend. Number 1 Pops is going to be able to use all of the track, and he's going to have the slipstream as well. But can Ollie do what Ollie does best and just slowly eke out a bit of a margin? At the moment it's 0.9, so and he's setting purple times, so this is going to be interesting to watch. We're on lap 4 of 6. Number 1 Pops, you can see there, using all of the track to get the get as much speed through the corners as he can. Ollie hard on the brakes. He goes left. He holds left. Picks up the apex on the exit. Oh no, he's on the grass. He's on the grass. Oh, did that not go round? Number one Pops would have seen that. Did number one Pops hold that? I think he did. He's got a run on Ollie now. Oh, how on earth Ollie didn't drop that and be facing the barrier? I tell you now, if that was me, I would have been in the barrier hard. Number one Pops just catching Ollie as we get towards the bottom of the bottom of the track here, and number one Pops with the inside line, but Ollie just managing to sweep around the outside. Number one Pops using all of the curb. He's trying to just get up the inside. Oh, he's got a half-second penalty now, number one Pops, for using all of the curb and a bit more. Obviously, he just used a little bit too much. So, oh, that's a half-second penalty. That is going to hurt. He's got the inside line now, but obviously he will give that first place up to Ollie at the worst possible time. At the end of lap number 5, as they get on to lap number 6, can number one intimidate Ollie into a track limit and redress the balance, or has number one Pops really got to throw everything into this and see if he can make this one work? Just a little bit further back, Stiggy is 6 seconds ahead of Stiggy's ahead of Hulky at the moment, so they are spread out at the back. The only real race on track at the moment is this one, as we see number one take the penalty, and thankfully really didn't cost him very much at all there. He's right on the back of Ollie. In fact, he's got a great line through there. Oh, this is going to be tight. Number one Pops, I thought, was going to get up the inside. He couldn't quite get that done. Ollie got a good exit, but number one Pops has got the slip. We're on the final lap. Number one Pops right on the back of Ollie. Can he get an intimidation pass? Is there going to be another track limit here? Can Ollie hold it together? It is McGann versus Suzuki as we go through. Oh, look at that. Lovely ride in the curbs. No issues this time. No track limits. Nothing between them. 0.3 of a second. Number one Pops trying to close up under braking. Ollie looking for his brake marks. Oh, did Ollie go a little bit deep there? Number one had a slightly better line through there. Closing up, but it's only hundredths of a second. This is going to come down to the last few corners. We're going to be heading down the hill. Then we've got the hexagon. And then it's going to be a drag up the hill into the compound curve, the last two corners. What can number one do? He's driven so well tonight, as has Ollie. Oh, number one onto the grass. That's going to give him some dirty tyres. And Ollie now 1.4. I think that is probably it. Number one giving it absolutely everything. Potentially just getting caught out with the dirty air there. All Ollie's got to do now is to bring this around. All number one Pops can do is just sit there and admire the McGann as it goes away from him. Ollie comes across the line to take the win. Hard fought race, that one. Number one Pops giving us some fantastic entertainment. Stiggy we didn't see much of. He's in the Lamborghini. He's going to come across for a fine third for the last of the podium places. Hulky in the other Lamborghini, he's going to come across in fourth. And Will's still running. He is a little bit further back. I'm wondering whether Will's just choosing the wrong cars tonight. He's got a penalty as well. Yeah. Number one Pops lost all grip the last lap, but the tyres were okay. Number one Pops, you were really pushing and you've entertained us brilliantly this evening. All GR4 cars. Number one Pops great in the GR4 cars, and they do a lot of GR4 running over on the Outlaws lobbies, and he's been putting that to good use tonight. And what will we be doing tomorrow? Who knows? Who knows? I could well be back to the randomizer tomorrow. Not quite sure. And I've got some catching up at work to do. Plus I need to be relaxing, so I don't know that I'm going to be racing during the day. I'm not doing the daily races at the moment, so we'll probably be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Ollie, by the way, Mitch, I waited for number one when he served his penalty. Wanted to keep it close. Oh, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Ollie, a 141, 101 for first. Number one pops in second with the fastest lap, a 140.880, the only one in the 140s. So a fine fastest lap. Stiggy in third with a 141.890. Hulky fourth. Wheels Racing in fifth. Just 5 runners there, but we close out with Ollie on the top step. Number one pops on second. Stiggy third, and another absolutely barnstorming race. Guys, thank you ever so much for this evening. I am going to call it a day now because I am shattered. We had an interesting manufacturers race earlier on today. I was only going to do one. That was at midday. I got the weirdest 4-second penalty ever, which then got me into some grief. And then on the very last corner, the hairpin, I got into a tangle with a guy that got up onto the curb. It was purely innocent. I came off worse and dropped a few places. So we did a second race at 8 o'clock this evening, which was unplanned. And the qualifier on that left a little bit to be desired. But then we did manage to get through to a 6th place. Should have got 5th, got 6th. I wanted a top 6th, so I was happy with that. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed themselves tonight. If you've enjoyed it, please smack the like button and come and join us again tomorrow. But for now, it's coming up for 11 o'clock and my head is starting to hurt, which probably means I need to call it a day. And I will be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Don't know what we're going to be doing, but check in with us then. For now, take care. Bye, guys.